Favorite exactly. Or he would boil it. Well, my father used to eat chestnuts, so when I was going to inject. But anyway, I tell you that because all the farmers might be willing to buy the seeds from them. I saw Daddy upstairs. They're online. Once a month, Saturday. Yes. Yeah. We're all good to go. Good. Yeah, we're having problems connecting to the TV, but it's going. Right now, it's recording already. Okay.
Yes, yeah, right there. They're north.
You're online.
Oh, they're online? No one's online.
We have Zoom open.
We're doing a Zoom also. And I'm not sure why they don't want to.
I think we need to have them on the Zoom that's on the live, right?
It's together.
They're online. No, but.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, I did try going into Southern's, but it said that the live stream has ended, so that's why I went to our link.
Should be up.
Oh, no.
I took a picture of it, I did a screenshot and I sent it over.
Can we-
So that will show you that it said that the live stream has ended.
Can we try, can you try again?
No, I'm already in Zoom, so I'll just stay here.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be on the live stream if she's on Zoom.
Over here, Director.
No, I don't doubt it. She went on the Zoom.
The sign sheet is
I
over.
mean, now there was a problem earlier, now it's going. This is YouTube.
Right here.
So, Katrina and Norma, can you get on the live stream? The reason why is because it's being recorded.
Yeah, just record that session.
I sent her the link. I sent you the link.
I gotta give him, Mark's language suggested. Oh, my bad, I didn't realize.
You have to go live stream. Being live streamed. But we can go to proceed because we're online. There should be two of them, right? That's on the logo. Yeah, there's Norma, Katrina right now. She's in Hawaii, that's why. Yes. That's normal. That's more. Norma.
Yeah.
Sorry. Via Zoom.
Somewhere on island.
Yeah.
Katrina's on islands. She actually chimed in to this, but
Norma's.
Norma's on it. Okay, how about Marlene? Ask Marlene.
So everyone should see, because we can't connect to that.
Oh, we already have a form, so just. So, Norma's on there, and,
Okay, I was able to come into the live stream.
okay.
It's in the chat. You need to join the other chat or the Zoom. It's in the link is in the chat.
Okay, goodbye.
I was trying to do it, but I don't want to mess up. It's going on.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they can send me your deals. So just gotta figure out.
Director Roberts on them.
Normally, yes.
Okay, so does the chairpersons want to go ahead and call the meeting to order?
Recording in progress.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we'll call the meeting to order for the joint meeting of Southern Guam Soil Water Conservation District and the Northern Guam Conservation District. Okay, so anyways, today's Thursday, November 21st. The time is 4:14 p.m. We're conducting it here in room 104, as well as online. We're on live streaming it, right? Correction, that's live streaming. Yes. Yeah. Yvonne, can we do a roll call for our Southern District?
Yes. Chairman Michael Uggan,
Present.
Vice Chairperson Glenn Takai,
Present.
District Director Glenn Dula,
Present.
District Director Yvonne Mendoza, present. District Director Martha Tenorio, present. District Administrator.
Okay, we do have a form on our Southern side. Go ahead and complete it.
District Administrator Erica Pangilinan,
Present.
Program Support Specialist John Tanubasa,
Present.
Conservation Technician Madeline Flores.
Oh, she's not gonna be here. We have you, Yvonne.
All right. Okay. And Dr. Mark Acosta, UOG Technical.
This one.
Okay. But that sounds good.
Okay.
I call the meeting to order for the Northern Soil Water Conservation District. This is an annual joint board meeting. It's Thursday, November 21st, 2024, and the meeting was actually initially called to order at 4:16, so that's the time we're going to go in. We're in room 104 at the University of Guam College of Natural and Applied Sciences Division. You want to do roll call?
Chairman Joseph Sanchez,
Present.
Treasurer Katrina Regis. Present. Secretary Norma Castellum,
Present.
Director Thomas Tanaka,
Present.
Director Marlene Rebo,
Present.
We have forum also, and it's everybody's present.
District Manager General Gonzalez. Conservation Technician Santa Garcia present, and UOG Advisor Dr. Robert Navarro.
Present. Okay, so, right now, in the acceptance of the meeting agenda, because of the Freedom of Information Act, we cannot amend this, so whatever was advertised is what we have to go with in terms of the advertisement. So we're just gonna move into the approval of the meeting minutes of December 27, 2023. Have you guys reviewed the minutes? Just motion to accept, the meeting minutes.
Yeah, I'll move to accept the meeting minutes of December 27, 23 as presented.
Second motion. Yeah, it's seconded by Director Tanaka. So it's open for discussion. Any discussion on the meeting minutes? If there's no further discussion, all in favor of the motion to approve the meeting minutes of December 27, 2023, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Do it in
Aye.
the affirmative. The ayes have it, motion's approved to accept the minutes of the meeting minutes of December 27, 2023. We're gonna go down now to district reports of the Northern District. First starts out. We have several grants that we did during the year. It was actually a very successful and busy year. We have the perimeter fencing, the NACD TA 2021 grant. We just received also the NACD 2024 grant. We also received the grant, which is the RCPP, and so we're good to go in terms of moving forward there. I think it was 700,000 that we got from that. We also with agriculture to get that Farmers Trust workshop, which the South is also a party to in terms of getting that, and that's estimated at 34,000 for each district to get in terms of holding a workshop. We did that, and it was very successful. We got a lot of farmers, and that was increasing our registry in terms of getting us there. We hosted the educator symposium, and it was also successful, and an agricultural symposium that we had, which was extremely also successful in terms of it going on. There are several other grants that are pending that we're applying for. One of them is the USDA Rural Development Grant that the Department of General Affairs is applying for. They want to partner with the districts, and what they want to do, partnering with the districts. They want to be able to help build farmers markets within villages. It's 100% federally funded through the USDA Rural Development Program, and so we just have to identify the site and then move towards building the farmers markets within those particular village areas. GIDA has a grant program. It's actually due now, but it's the North is trying to institute a Hoffman Manor program. It's program. We want to be able to capture cultural things that we do in terms of agriculture and conservation, like making tuba. We want to be able to do that in a YouTube basis and then do a booklet with that. That's what we're timing the GIDA grant with in terms of doing that and doing other things associated with that, so that it goes on YouTube and people can learn how to do certain things that are uniquely Chamorro or uniquely Guam. We've had a successful stewardship week, and of course, the North did it. I mean, the South did it, but it was the region capacity building training, which was actually excellent in terms of what we did. And then, of course, the local working group that was done. We just have to institute that into our strategic plan, and then for the future, we have an election that's coming up next year, and there's a SBDC training that I hope that the South can also get involved in. we're working with SWCD, and it dealt with different programs that are associated. Do they have a copy there? No? Yeah, the SWCD, it's a different training that's available from SWCD in terms of not only the staff doing it, but the farmers. We're looking at trying to engage the farmers in the mix on that particular action. We're looking forward to updating the long-range plan, which I think we're going to have it on our meeting agenda, and then prepare for the election. And one of the things that the University of Guam needs is a registry from the districts of their respective membership in their respective areas. Let me see. We're solidifying all the MOUs or MOAs between our partners, and so we have a partnership with the Island Grove Power. As a matter of fact, we're getting grants with them to get that. Also with White Buffalo, which is under the ERP program. Of course, you guys know about the APHIS. We're also partnering with the the Warrior Veterans Organization. We're doing it in two. One is the RCPP, and the other one is with Feral Swine. We also have a partnership with the Wave Club, which is a children's organization that we're working with in terms of working with that. One of the things we want to do is we want to do pamphlets that deal with schools on there. We're also partnering with DPR in terms of the conservation reserve areas. Part of the programs that we're doing is forest restoration actions, and so we're working with partnering with not only agriculture, forestry, but also DPR in terms of getting the land and bringing the land back as an actual park and removing the invasive species that are there. Of course, with the Department of Internal Affairs is also the agreement that we have, or we're doing an agreement with them, and the Guam Department of Education, we're also doing that, and GUB. For our goal, what we're looking forward to is the reforestation projects in terms of FY 2025. We want to continue on the workshop. We want to do that Huff Dynamic program and make sure that it's implemented. We want to be able to, if we want to partner with the South. The South wants to participate in that program because it's a program that we want to make sure that we capture cultural aspects of what we actually do in terms of certain things, and so we can capture that. We can memorialize it and provide it to our people in the future. We're looking to build capacity and get more employees on board. We want to secure the land area, which we're already working on that. And then, you know, as you well know, we are sponsoring on FY 2026 the regional Pacific region meeting, and you know we need to start now in terms of making arrangements with, like, can we get a deal with United Airlines in terms of bringing them out here instead of spending that amount of money for that time? Can we do a reduction with people coming in, the hotel, venue, setting up a website, and then site visits to certain areas on the island of Guam in order to do that. And so that concludes the northern portion to report in terms of what we want to move forward on.
Thanks. Eric, you want to go from somewhere there?
Yes, I'll go ahead and keep it short and sweet. Well, it's really a lot that you guys are doing up north. It's amazing. All the great work that we're all doing effectively. For the South, we have about 6 different programs and initiatives that we're actively overseeing. One of which is the feral swine program that we have down south in partnership with APHIS to continue doing the management and control with them. We also have our feral swine pig brig feasibility study, as well as our feral swine perimeter fence grant that we'll be rolling out very soon. That's also for $700,000. We are also engaged in our TA grant, the technical assistance grant. We also got word that we have been funded, and it's about double of what we usually get, so that's great. Currently, we still are rolling out our TA 2023 grant, in which we have John that is providing support to NRCS. We also have the REPI Initiative grant that we're closely working with the Guam Sentinel Landscapes Partnership with. By the way, there's a December 6th meeting, so please make sure you're in attendance for that. We are sponsoring the networking session, but really a lot of what that meeting will entail is getting the stakeholders together, bringing to the table what resources they have and reviewing the implementation for the Guam Sentinel Landscape designation, which will be formally announced in January that we are designated. So that was really the goal of the REPI SWCD initiative, is to strengthen the partnership so that way we can achieve that designation. As you know, we are also engaged in a soil health initiative that was born out of the targeted conservation proposal with the initial long-range plan that was developed. Right now, we currently have 5 staff members. We're looking to onboard an additional team member soon. We're also going to be approving our FY 2025 action plan, so we'll have more details as to what our strategic efforts are fairly soon. But I will say that we do have a lot of work, and we are wanting to take things up to the next level, but our main focus is to ensure that we are actively recruiting our district members. So our staff, they are going out to the farms, meeting with the farmers, and also connecting with NRCS and getting the technical conservation planning, building their capacity to do planning. So Jay has been very supportive of our efforts, and our team has been very dedicated to reporting. So yes, growing our active district registry, knowing who our members are, and then also building our planning capacity, as we will need that to effectively implement our grants, our current grants and implements. With that being said, we look forward to continuing. I did hear about that GITA program, and we are interested in also doing how-to videos, more so focused on conservation best management practices. That is a big need within our farming community. But I like the cultural aspect too, so that'll be great to partner. We are still holding our regular board meetings every 3rd Wednesday of every month, as well as the every other month meeting with the partners on the 2nd Wednesday. Is that still the same with them, or I know you guys have a.
No, ours is on Tuesday, but my problem in terms of attending is I coach paddling.
Yeah.
So it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, so it's hard for me when I'm in the water.
Yeah, no, it's okay, just as long as you're still in agreement with when you're meeting with the partners and we're meeting with the partners. So you're going to meet with the partners again next month, or, because I know it's supposed to be December.
No, next week. Yeah, last Tuesday of every month. So next week, we're on the 26th, we're meeting with,
Right.
We're having a partners meeting.
So you're supposed to be meeting in December, right? Because we had our partner meeting in November, because you guys
So
had a meeting.
we had to skip our last partner meeting, this week. So the next one will be.
Okay, so next meeting after November, okay. Right, just
We're also inviting you guys to next week, to our partners meeting. We're also having Thanksgiving dinner here. So please, if you can come, please join us, celebrating Thanksgiving or celebrating our Thanksgiving with each other. By the way, I just wanted to bring up that our district manager is here right now. So I just wanted to recognize her as being present.
So I think that's about it. I know we have a lot to discuss going further, but I'm sure we'll be collaborating
So you know, the one thing I want to mention is that we're talking about the civic region meeting. So I was thinking maybe you and I can sit down and go over that and then decide like how to organize that.
So, I mean, it's good, I just wanted to make sure that it's brought up because this is a joint meeting and
Yes.
since we're going to have that, we wanna make sure that we prep it in advance and let's meet and discuss that and then we can go from there and bring it up to our respective boards, how we can make sure it's becomes successful.
Okay, we'll move on. Yeah. 5, old business.
Okay.
One, SWCD long range plan.
Okay, so in the meeting minutes, if you look at the meeting minutes, it says that we're supposed to meet to incorporate the local working group primary source concerns into it. And we didn't do that, but we need to do that. And since we haven't updated local working group primary resource concerns, I don't know if the district both districts wanna bring it, form a committee that will meet, maybe we meet in 60 days and come back and actually approve the plan with incorporating in the local working group primary resource concerns into the strategic plan and recommending any amendments to the.
Approve and update.
Yeah.
Because this has already been submitted, so
Correct.
it was approved already.
No, but I mean, I'm talking about updating it because we
Yes.
wanna update it.
Yes,
So-
we should have a committee and because it is born out of the local working group, the local working group should actually.
So can we get a motion to have a committee where they can come back in 60 days to the respective boards and say, this is what has been reviewed by the committee and recommend approval of, so it becomes updated.
Okay, anybody want to make the motion?
To update to form a committee that will update the Guam SWCD law.
Make a motion to update the committee to form the Guam SWCD long range.
And then come back in 60 days with the results.
60 days.
Okay. Second, any?
All in favor or no?
Second.
I'll second that.
Motion's been the motion's been made by Director Tanaka, seconded by Director Martha. Open for discussion.
That's great, I agree with the committee, but can we identify who will be in the committee? So we know right now for who will be representing the north and the south.
So on the discussion, this is what we can identify.
Okay.
Who's the one that, any northern director wanna be on the committee? Ladies? Director Revo, Director Regis, Director Castilian.
What is the, how often and when?
Well, you guys will set that up as the committee.
Yeah.
How many team members on the committee?
The staff and the staff.
Okay, I will.
Give me a Director Tanaka from the. Everyone is
Okay, so then,
Okay, so we only have designated representatives along with the staff.
and if you guys want to pick others to work with you, that's fine. It's up to you guys.
I
On
get
Others are
the board.
okay.
I like it help to work with Dr. Ekman, because I ran one of the last one.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So she'll.
Okay.
We can also bring in our advisors into the mix to make sure we're,
And NRCS, I'd say,
and NRCS, correct?
maybe.
Right.
We don't want them to be biased, but
Yeah.
Is the discussion, can I, because I know that on the last meeting, we did say we're gonna update in regards to the priority resource concern. That would be the most recent local work, correct?
Yes,
The one that Teddy and I did review, that was the one prior to that.
correct.
So we're gonna kind of update it with what was the most recent, which was the one that was.
Yes. The one we did in the Overton.
Yes, I did. But we never really did on the, like, we never updated when we did the one, because it became pest pressure, right? On the one that you, Teddy and I did.
Yes.
So, that's not changed, so.
Are we
Thank you.
able to, I know this is not part of the local working group that we had at Hilton, are we able to incorporate some the, partner training? We had the Pacific region come in and like some of those issues that they addressed.
That's something the committee.
I think that, yeah, that you just presented because, you know, we're updating, so I guess.
Yeah, then whatever
Throw
the concerns
everything
are, throw everything in.
That needed update.
Yeah, that needs to be updated and let's go with that and move forward from there.
So
Okay.
So we'll be meeting again, or the committee will be providing the updates within 60 days. Should that also incorporate the dates in which we will have the next local working group meeting? I mean, I think it's important to kind of plan that out sooner than last minute.
Well, that will be maybe part of the thing because we're updating the plan, incorporating the local working, the primary resource concern, and then a recommendation is when can we meet again on the local working group, so we have, we do it in advance of what the requirement is by NRCS in terms of submission.
So how would we hear from the committee? What is the preferred method in which the committee would provide an update to the boards of our recommendation? Via email, do we post a meeting, report at one of your meetings?
Well, you know, like, we're gonna have a meeting in February, right? So we just need to know that, I think that's 60 days by that time. And so the meeting, Director Tanaka for the North will present what the committee's findings are and recommendations. So we vote on, the North will vote on it and say, hey, we approve the modification or the updates and then move forward with the date, because they'll recommend a date also when local working group will meet.
So then I guess we just do the same in the South, and whatever the committee is presenting the South with.
I did have, in the climate committee, that I'm on, the subcommittee, what they would do is they would have documents on the Google Drive, and then they would send out, something, like, you know, what part can we update, and then they have the agenda, they can do it section by section, so do something similar to that, where everyone could still kind of see the live document, but the committee is the primary one. So that way, in the next meeting, it's like, okay, we have this to present, what else can we work on?
Okay. Okay, so all in favor? Yeah.
Ladies, the ayes. Norma, Marlene, Katrina,
Aye. I said aye.
okay, so we have an aye, it's unanimous.
Aye.
Motion carried, thank you. The next item on the agenda is the Guam Association of Soil and Water Conservation District. We have a meeting with Senator Harris on Monday at 9 o'clock. It's a working meeting to settle how she's going to integrate it into law. And so if she wanted to meet, it's going to be at her office, so she can put in, she already has it in bill form. She just wants to make sure she meets with her legal individuals and her staff so that they can hear it before the session ends. Because I think they have one more session in terms of them going through it. Again, the Republicans won the majority, so she's no longer going to be chair. So she wants to make sure that that's incorporated in there. So again, if we can, I told her I'll bring it up to the South because we have a joint meeting. And if they can attend on Monday, 9 o'clock, at Senator Sabina's office. And it's a working meeting, not a thing, we're just gonna, what does she need to do?
Is this regarding the GACD?
Yes,
So when you're coordinating with her, it'd be great if we were included in the initial invite to her office, so we're aware. And then I think the second thing was, did we ever get the letter or opinion from the Attorney General?
okay, so the Attorney General hasn't replied yet, so I don't have anything to comment on. But Senator Sabina contacted me today, and I said, okay, so when are you available? Because I've been bringing that up. I didn't realize Jesse Charlotte had left Senator Sabina's office, so he's no longer there. And so I've been trying to contact I want to happen. I said I'll bring it up in the joint meeting. So we're here at the joint meeting, and there was nothing to not say that the South is not a part of it. I'm just saying that we're just doing a follow-up with both the Attorney General's office and the Senator Sabina in terms of the bill and making it happen. And so she contacted me that she's gonna make sure that it happens. She just wants to make sure that we understand where we're at in terms of the districts, making their comments on it. I told them, since we have this meeting, it's fortunate that we have the joint meeting. I'll bring it up at the joint meeting because that's one of our topics of discussion. So she actually called me back because she set the date, but she didn't know the time, and she called me back again to give me the time. As a matter of fact, I have her text.
So for 9 a.m. on Tuesday?
No, it's on the 25th, Monday.
Monday?
9 a.m. Monday at her office.
Okay, that's where they'll.
Right.
Monday at
9 a.m. at Senator Sabina's office. It's gonna be at the legislature, the Guam legislature, second floor.
Did she provide a copy of it? So
It's the bill that we provided her. I can provide you guys a copy of the bill. Her concern was that her legal is saying that it's gonna be difficult to do it. But they wanna work out a way to see how it can work. And so that's why they wanted to meet first with the district.
And then they're gonna be able to get it onto session onto the floor
Before the.
Cause it's already, well,
Yeah,
one more.
Yes, they have one more, so that's why she's when she contacted me, cause I've been trying to contact Jesse, and he's
We've been doing this for a while. And
Yeah.
Now it's, yeah.
Well, the election's over, remember the
And
election.
she's gonna switch now because
So-
they,
So she wants to make sure it's done before,
I don't wanna put you for time.
before the session ends or.
Well, Joe, is it anything, get us a copy of it so we can all.
Okay, I'll send you a copy, as soon as I get out of
Not
here.
all of us will be able
I'll-
to attend. We have to have some.
I'll send it to Erica and go from there. She can provide it to you.
Other than that, I would say, that's promises, that's, so other than that, I would say that we're still gonna wait for the AG's opinion.
Yes,
To do it.
Before we do anything. And then we do need to finalize and close out. the
Yes.
Financial part, so, I would think that we need to decide if we can do that, we'll move forward on that, what do you guys want to close out?
Yeah.
Just so that we're done with the financial part, right, or?
So basically, we just have, for our concern is we have this bank account still open. And we ran grants through there, right, unknowingly until it was brought to our attention. But there are responsibilities such as filing taxes. Can we get a motion to close out the account or at least figure out and make sure that we are up to date with all of the accounts, taxes or whatnot, or do we?
so what we
even
have to do is
have-
file 1099 with the Department of Revenue and Taxation, saying how much was paid per year. And then going there now, we can come in and say, because it's an NGO, you can come in and file the 1099 for each year of how much was paid. Now we can look at the bank account and see how much was deposited in the collision account to see what was there. But you can't close out the account until you clear out the revenue tax. Yeah, so we need to first clear revenue tax.
Yeah.
And then we'll go from there.
So that's what we want to do.
So can I recommend that both the district administrator of the south and the district manager of the north get together and see what they can do to file the 1099 and then go in there and find out what's the account balance on that particular thing. There's a concern because one of the director Regis was also she was a board member.
Right.
So she has a concern of what was used in that account and what was it actually used the way it needs to be. So we can find out specifically on the bank account what's there, and then what we can do to how do we handle that. But first we need to deal with the revenue tax and then go to the bank and then do whatever action we need to do. And then of course when we meet with Senator Sabina, we can all bring that issue up and go from there in terms of working.
So that's our thing too,
Yeah.
is we want to make sure that everything is all accounted for and both districts agree. As far as the grant, we did submit that. Katrina Regis and I think Jenilyn, I don't know, could have deep access if that's so what the board uses, and to go in and look at that themselves. But yeah, we can even hire some professionals like accounting or bookkeeping or finance CPAs to assist with that. But that's going to cost money, right? But it's going to be done correctly. So that's.
So
Can I just say something about the filing at DRT?
yes.
Can you guys hear me? Okay, it's not a 1099. It's a 990N if we are a duly registered nonprofit. If we never got our nonprofit designation, we would have to file an 1120, which is like the same filing for a business entity. So that's the distinguishing factor. A 1099 is something that is issued. For example, if you have a contractual employee, then the board or GACD will issue a 1099. It's not something that you file at the DRT.
Yeah,
So
Okay,
if the money in the account is over, 50,000, then it's gonna be 990 easy.
Yeah, so I think so they're basically saying we'll have both our district administrators get together to make sure everything's correct. So that way there's not incorrect and all that stuff. So are we good with that? Can we go ahead and move forward to make sure, because I think we're good on our end with whatever will happen, we can work. Yeah.
Okay.
So Erica, I think
General.
no, I don't think we need to make a motion for that, right? You guys will just get together and do that. Right? There's no need for a motion for that.
So we just need a status, so we know exactly where we're at and where we need to move forward from.
we can report during our.
Our meetings.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so we're good on this.
Okay, this one. Right, good. Okay. New business, 2026 budget proposals.
Okay, so we have our budget proposal on the one we're doing for FY 2026 is we're requesting 433,243.38 in terms of the operational budget for FY 2026. That doesn't include the grant request that we're going with.
Can we get a copy? Follow your template, like how you guys followed our template.
Yes. So gentlemen, we'll send it to you, Erica, and you can see what you can do in terms of doing it. Have you guys done an FY 2026 budget?
We haven't, I mean, we think whatever we requested from this part of the last year, it will probably be the same, because our grants are.
Josh, I just want to make you aware that I know that BBMR requires government agencies to submit their budget by December 15. I think.
Government of Guam agencies?
Yeah.
Does that include us?
That includes us, but UOG, we have to submit through UOG. So I don't know if they have a deadline for submitting, because they have to submit to
Have we ever missed this before?
the budget.
like us, yeah. I've
We've never
been to-
submitted
No.
to BBMR because.
No, we
our
said
budget
we-
goes to UOG.
We're not required to submit it to BMR,
So we'll just-
it's to UOG.
I think we're just doing the same zone.
UOG's is usually like in February, but let's get it done before then.
I'm just like, we need to check, one of the things we need to do is check with UOG when they actually want it, because I think they're being also, from my understanding, not only BBMR, but the legislature wants that information before the closeout, because they wanna be able to, I guess, approve it, because in February is when they will do their hearing stuff. So we just have to find out from UOG when they actually, the deadline for them, when they need it, and then, okay, we'll
Yeah.
We'll do what we gotta do.
So we'll send you a copy of the
Okay.
our operational budget request for the FY 2026. Okay,
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
The next one is the 2025 SWCD elections. Now we have, that's this year, right? I mean, this coming year.
it's coming year in August.
Yeah.
Well, was there any issues last election that you knew of? I think the office always
I
just.
think
Yeah.
it was good.
Yeah, it's good, we just provide the registry,
Why don't maybe, Mark, or you guys wanna talk about UOGs?
how you wanna handle that?
Yeah.
Because we have to step back,
We have in this last term, I know I got the boxes and things like that from Jesse officially, and then we put it in our, we ended up now finally having it. In terms of the election, we need the boxes and the votes and all that stuff. I think it's better in the districts, right? So that's the only thing that one is changing. In terms of the election, there's no issues.
I think we spoke about maybe the possibility, because, our southern farmers live all the way down south and maybe having satellite locations, but I think that's up to the University of Guam to decide, as they are the election this year. But it's a possibility that we'd like to look at to see if we can,
On possibly agate or
but
something.
but UOG controls that.
right?
We just take a
But
step
that's what
back.
we're
Yeah.
just.
We can just make that as
Yeah.
a possible.
Yeah, so we could bring that up to our meeting, the chief could either consider do that.
Also, I think the last law that is recognized by the Board of Regents still recognizes the old boundary in which separates the north and the south. Can we go back to the older boundary with Route 4?
Yeah,
We
well,
lost a lot of people.
I was just looking at that map right now, I was
And
showing it to Mark.
We lost again at Heights, we lost
No,
Luna, and
On that, yeah, that was.
I know, but it's
Yeah.
by law, you have to amend the law.
did we go through the right process?
We went through the right
How do we know,
process.
how do we know, because I think the one that was in that minutes, right, that's what's in effect now?
Well,
Okay,
I think
so-
the fact
So
is
the
law.
rules, the election rules that says that it's Route 4 that they follow. But the law that modified it made it the
Weary.
But if it's Route 4, the way I was reading it too, then again, Heights is still part of it.
no,
They never changed, that's Board of Regents rules,
That's what I
so
was
they
saying.
never amended it yet.
so, no, but it's UOG CNAS that has to go to the board of regents and amend that to comply with the requirements of the law. Now, that's not within our purview to do that. It's up to UOG how they wanna do it, because they handle the election and we have to take a step
Yeah,
back.
no, I understand the legality, what I'm saying is, I wanna know, like, right now, what is in effect right now, where does that show on the last time that was changed, where?
The law,
Where, so.
it's in our law.
Okay, so.
So if you go to our law, on the compiler law, it's gonna tell you
Okay.
southern and
So
northern.
that one that was in here was the old one, in the minutes?
No, the one they used the one they used last election was the law, the actual law boundary.
Cause it says to the one that down in Acadiana.
That was the route 4, but
Yeah,
they have to follow the law.
I understand, what I'm asking you. Okay, I'll find that out later. I know what I'm saying, I know what you're saying, I'm trying to ask.
And I think I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm trying to say, I haven't seen that physically, like GCA, Board of I haven't seen that one, I'm trying to say that.
So because the Board of Regents hasn't amended their law,
Correct.
are we
under
following the Board of Regents current until it's
Until
updated?
that-
Okay, so
Right.
this gives an opportunity
That's my question.
for the University of Guam to comply with the requirements of law. The rules and regs cannot go in and supersede
No,
the
I
law.
understand that.
They have to comply with the law, so UOG, CNAS needs to review that, and maybe we can refer it to,
So then we'll just go to our advisors now.
yeah, and say,
That's,
hey,
yeah.
have you guys reviewed that
And updated,
and
yeah.
updated accordingly, because we have less than 1 year which is August, in order to do the election.
Right, okay, so.
Okay, thank you. That change.
So
Because I
we're
saw
gonna
two
work
different-
with, Mark and Dr. Lee.
Because I saw two different names, that's why I was saying.
Yeah. That's why I sent it.
Yeah,
So-
you know, because if that's the case, that means the Ganya Heights is still part of the South. Because Route 4 is the Ganya versus the gateway, the back gate, or the.
Well,
What's the state?
it's the geologic structural boundary of the north and the south. That's really what we went with the Weary map. So it's the Weary map that determined what constitutes the north and what constitutes the south, and it's scientific based. So this is why the legislature, which is Tom Ada,
And did they actually effectuate that into law?
But they
Yes.
don't
Even
need to
though-
go through the AAA process.
No.
Dang it. I only say it because other districts, they don't use scientific base, they use man-made sometimes boundaries to determine between.
Legal or
their
whatever.
districts. So I'm just saying, we lost a lot of members when we did that.
Basically, we disenfranchise our constituents there in that area by changing it like that. So, and
Which is
really,
what village is.
really, that's, just like just like
Yes.
Congress and other, they create their jurisdictional areas where they, for congressional elections and such like that. So, when you make those changes, there's a lot of back and forth because people are being disenfranchised or whatever, being left, So that to me is more important than some scientific line that was drawn, which I don't believe it's a straight line anyway. A geological line that is a straight line is not a real, that's not really the
So
reality.
Director, the last was Route 4, and the way we say it, if you're heading towards Jutnya, everybody to the right on Route 4 is the southern district, and everybody to the
Well, that's-
left is northern district.
Right, that was based upon the rules and regs of the election rules of UOG, not in the law. The law didn't lay out the boundaries. What happened was UOG to its election
No,
rules.
yeah, well, we understand
laid out
what, they changed the law about the following that geological line. What we're thinking is that, we effectively just cut out a portion of our constituents there and.
I'll read the law that has it here, and it says Southern Soil and Water Conservation District or Southern District means the area organized pursuant to this act as that area covering the southern area of Guam, the entire area designated as Southern Guam by the Water Environmental Mission Institute. University of Guam has published in the 2007 geologic map on sections of Guam Mariana Islands as amended, with the Atalu-Palu Fault extending across the narrow waist of the island and forms a structural boundary between the northern and southern parts of the island. Map attached. What I'm saying, but I don't see that map attached. So I'm saying on the last thing that we saw was that is extending to the narrow waist of the island, but that ends up there in a canyon, meaning a canyon bay.
No,
So, well,
the structural, thing over here ends at Aspen.
so that's why I want to see, man. I'm saying based on what I have here, I don't see that.
I'll send the map over to
Sure.
to Erica so she can pass it
Anyway,
on.
that's just something that we wanna.
Yeah.
Kind of,
Thank you.
Okay.
Other discussion.
So can the dual is the UOG will
Yeah, we'll-
update their rules and regs, election rules, because that's all election rules. Update that or pursuant to law. If you guys want to make modifications to the law, you.
We'll have to set a
Yeah.
I know,
Later,
it's like we
that's
can
too
change it to go backward.
the election's over, so.
Yeah, we have no here. Wait till election season again.
So our respective advisors can.
Yeah, can do that and then provide feedback to the districts as to what they want. Now, one of the things we need to do or required by our law is we have to make sure we provide a registry of the to UOG CNS in order for them to use that. And so, you know, our definition says land occupiers also. So even though they're not on our registry, the land occupiers, which is landowners and land lessees, are eligible to vote on our election.
So we have the whole.
Mr. Chairman, just a point of clarification. So what Mr. Director Takai just read is the geological fault line is the boundary. But your preference is that it would be Highway Route 4.
No, what the election rule current it hasn't been modified because the UOG did not modify it.
Yeah.
Remember, the rules are not under the AAA process, it's through the board that you guys, the Board of Regents, that you guys did your rules through. It's not even in the compiler of law under the GAR, the Government Administrative Rules and Regs. It's still under UOG. The rules and regs, because the former definition left it north and south to somebody to make the decision.
Yeah.
UOG came in under election rule and said that Route 4 will be the boundary between the north and the south. That was what the election rules said. The law changed, subsequent to that, the law changed and made it that it's the structural boundary, which is the fault line, the Adelaide-Honolulu fault line, that's what is going to be followed throughout. So it's at Jonia, the portion of Jonia where Donahue house used to be, going all the way to SN, following that fault line.
But how do the individuals on that fault line determine where, you know, I mean?
Because there's only one that we
Yeah, we see the map here. We see
so
the map
you
here.
have a copy of it, the one that remember I did it, we did a printout of it, where we had the lines, it has the lot numbers on it.
Yeah, the map is actually here. So it does
but
show-
there was another map that we did with the lot lines, the north and that structural boundary showing who's in the north, who's in the south by their
by the
lots.
lot, yeah.
So when a person comes in,
They'll know already.
that's a landowner or a land occupier or a long-term lessee, they can come in and say, okay, my lot's here. We'll know if it's the north or the south.
Based on that lot, yeah.
Right.
Some lots fall right on top of the fault line and, or, you know, they have to determine whether they're going to be the north.
Maybe the majority of their land, maybe the majority of the person, but.
Yeah, so that's my question, how do you?
But that's their choice. If it's on the fault line or if it's on the line, that's their choice to make the decision. Do they want to vote in the north or they want to vote in the south? That's their choice.
Well, Mark found the map, by the way, that shows where Agana Heights will be considered north.
Which is why the Route 4, it just sounds a lot easier for
Yeah.
us in determining,
Yeah.
and for the people to know what's which.
Maybe we'll.
Then you allow people to jump the fence,
No.
Let's
Get a new- Look at the-
That kind of-
Anyways, that was the problem with Wanya that brought that. We have a
No, let's see.
farm on either side of the road.
Let's go see the newly one, we got connection there. We'll get in there.
Okay, so the dual is that the Board of Regent, I mean, not the Board of Regent, but our advisors will come back to the district informing them of what the course of action to take. And then where we go from there. But again, reminder, we still have to send in a registry list.
On a quarterly basis. So we're just submitting ours to Mark.
Yeah.
That's what we decided and then.
We'll submit it to.
Okay,
Dr. Pavaka.
Okay. Moving on to NACD Guam representative. So we talked about this in our meeting, and so last year, the Southern was represented, and then the North was the alternate. So I'm just saying we're flipping it.
Okay, so we'll flip it.
That way we're.
But we'll you know, there's one of the district reps in the north who wanna represent us at NACD. Director Katrina.
One of the events decide that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to make a nomination for Joe Santos to represent.
Okay. We'll
Yeah, you guys won't need to nominate, because it's you guys that are the one that.
we're already, it's already the north that's gonna be the primary representative. The south just has to indicate who's the alternate. Now we just have to select from the on the north, but what we'll do is we'll do that at our meeting. And then
Okay.
bring that up to the South, that this is who will be the representative on next year's meeting, annual meeting. Okay,
Okay, let's move on. Good job. The next one is miscellaneous matters. Do we have anything to report or talk about?
I just want to remind you guys.
I was, my only miscellaneous was, what are you guys serving on the dinner on the?
Oh, yeah.
There's the menu, check the menu, I want to check the menu first. Okay, I'll be there. I don't know, I'll try.
Yeah, you guys kind of get back to not only our partners, but our partners, literally for being a part of our stuff. So please, come, the food's there, we do camaraderie and, you know, enjoy each other.
What is it for?
The 26th, the next Tuesday, the 26th, right after our partners meeting. So we'll just make the partners meeting fast and then here.
Oh, here.
Right here, right in here. So please, you can come. I will bring some eggnog, that's
Special.
special. But we won't say it's special because you can't have alcohol on.
I didn't say. You know, like with nutmeg.
Alcohol, is that rubbing alcohol?
Organic.
Who's gonna get caught?
Sustainable from the
UG back.
free range,
No alcohol.
oat milk, eggnog.
Oh, waiver. Okay. Go put in a waiver request.
There's no waiver, right there. Okay, you got that? Put in the waiver request to serve,
I'm not sure why, but.
No, Mark said.
So put the waiver request in so we can,
Trust me, we did it every week, that's what
I have a lot of wine that I wanna be able to give out, or share.
Okay, moving on.
Okay, moving on.
Next meeting, we did just talk about having the committee, we're doing the, what do you call it?
Region.
We got the 60 days and then, you know, then we'll do that. So we'll let them decide.
Oh, the longest, the local working.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So we'll wait for that to.
When is the Northern Board's usual directors, not partner meeting? Directors?
December, we're doing it December 10th.
Or like, is it a regular schedule?
Yeah, well, we have to move it because there's some competing events happening. So we moved it to December 10th.
December 10th.
Yeah.
So I just have a really quick question, and I don't want to keep you guys from dinner, but the soil water district office, originally we hoped that this feedback would turn that into a one-stop shop for the farmers to come through, which is what we were anticipating to use the funding to help build that up. But now that we have a good budget, is that something we can revisit collectively?
Well, that's what I asked, gentlemen, to check with you, because you already gave a proposal for how we're gonna have the office. And so we wanna be able to, execute that process that you talked about. But, we need to first get it and say, okay, this is it, and then vote on the expenditure, action. So that we can remodel the office and make it more of an effective, office for our registry personnel and our staff.
So I'll send you the information and.
Okay. So you're gonna get with gentlemen on it, because we can bring it up to the board meeting and vote on that also.
Yeah, I'll send the information. I'll give the board.
What's gonna happen to all our items?
Well, that's what we need to discuss, because,
Right.
you know, you guys are in charge, right? Make a decision.
When you guys get together, you know, it's all.
Yeah, resolve it, how we need to resolve it.
Okay.
Okay.
Would you be willing to pay for a container? Or what? Storage container?
Yeah, it's just the basement. It's just
Yeah.
the basement.
Right, we'll get together.
Maybe Mark's office.
a container outside or something.
When you guys talk about it.
Guam self-storage.
Huh?
Guam self-storage.
No, but I'm saying we can ask, we can put a container here at the OG. And I mean, it's right in proximity to where we're at. I mean, it's only $5,000.
Dude, when they say go inside the container, you guys can be like, wow. Erica's been, Jen, can you be the one to go open it this time? I did it last time, it's hot. So anyways, sorry, Ryan, just, okay. Sorry, guys.
Okay, motion to adjourn.
Yeah, motion to adjourn.
Oh, yeah, I moved to adjourn the meeting.
Okay, that's it.
That's it. Adjourn. Thank you very much.
You guys.
Appreciate it. See you on Tuesday.
My daughter has a game, so I got.
Oh, good for you.
All right.